Wanted to make this video to help my students and anyone who can benefit from this video. I am not the ultimate authority on this, but from my experience teaching quite a few people, a lot of people to drive, one of the biggest mistakes, one of the biggest anxiety to driving has to do with the fact that some of the students overthink things. But let me take you to your driving test. One of the biggest reasons for failing is also being overly concerned about what the examiner is doing. We focus on the examiner and not focus on what we are supposed to be doing. And that is a very, very big problem. It affects many people. Sitting at the back of some of my students on their driving test, you'll be shocked what actually happens. When they are driving with you, they are very good, you know them, they know you, they're comfortable driving. But on a driving test, when you sit at the back, you watch them do things that you don't expect them to do. Majority of that is anxiety, nervousness. That's understandable. But what can we do to avoid this? There are thousands of things that can be done. Okay. To discuss most of this, or probably to script or to write all the reasons and try to explain them, will be hours here. I will just talk about what comes to my mind, particularly the most important things that come to my mind why students fail their test. They are very, very focused on what they are doing to please the examiner, not to please themselves. Now, it's very, very important for you to kind of think of this. It is you and you alone. What do I mean by that? See, you don't know the examiner from anywhere. You really don't know them. You don't know them from Adam. They are only here to referee. I'll use that word again, to referee your driving. If you drive very well, or you play the game really well without any yellow cards or red cards, well, you will win this game. Let's come to any sports that you like. So if you play football or you play basketball or anything you play, there is always a referee or an umpire who judges you based on the game. Well, let me use the word judge lightly because they are there to referee your driving. They are not there to criticize your driving. They don't know you, so they are equally anxious about what is going to happen on a day. Most people who come with their own cars don't have drawer controls. The examiners, their life is at risk equally with the public and the person driving the car. If they have driving instructors with their drawer controls pedal, at least they have some form of control. Even they have control over the steering wheel if somebody comes with their car without a drawer control to take charge of the car if necessary to keep everyone safe and the public safe. Here is the point. They are only there to referee your driving. If you drive very well throughout the day, throughout the time that you are allotted, you'll be passed. The examiners are not there to make friends with you. Okay, sometimes even many people say, speak to them and they'll try to make it comfortable. It is true. When some of the examiners make you feel comfortable, it makes it easier for you to drive and not be overly worried about your nerves. They try to calm you down. I've been to few test centers, and some particular test centers are really, really good at putting the student at ease. Fantastic. Really, really good. There are other test centers, and even within the test center, there are individuals who are just naturally friendly. Others are not so friendly. Others are very serious. But none of that concerns you, really, as a student, as the driving, who is going on your driving test. That's none of your business. Whether they are friendly, they are they talk to you nicely, or they don't talk to you at all. Some are just quiet and stern. It doesn't matter. It's none of your business. You are not there to make a friend. You are there to drive. let me make that point. You are not there to make a friend. You don't know them from Adam. You don't know them from anywhere. You are only there to drive. That is your job alone. You must focus on the job at hand. I've been to driving test centers where the examiner came back. So the debrief, the feedback we get from the examiner on this particular occasion was this. He realized that when he was talking to the student who was driving, one of my students, now if I tell you all my students pass, I'm lying to you. And I'm not going to make any bold claim, but any driving instructor who tells you that all their students pass, they are lying to you. Anyway, never mind. That's none of my business. So my student failed. The examiner told me that he realized that the student was nervous. So he was trying to calm the student down by speaking to her and asking the normal questions. But then there was another problem. He says, while he was trying to speak to my student for her to be calm, she was making more mistakes. Therefore, he backed away from talking to the student so that they can focus, concentrate on their job at hand. That's the key. The examiner is not there to distract you. If you can multitask, have a conversation and not make many mistakes, great. But if the examiner talking to you, trying to relax you is resulting in you making more mistakes, the best thing for him to do is to back off. So rather than talking to you, he will stop talking to you so that you can fully concentrate. That's the job. Whether he's talking to you, he's friendly or not, if you do something wrong, you will still be marked wrong. You will still be failed. So it doesn't matter. You're not there to make a friend. You got to remember that. Of course, you are there to have a calm atmosphere, but even if the examiner is very stern, remember, they're not there to make friends with you. You are there to do a job, so focus on the job. When we have the excuse that the examiner was rude, no, you are there to do a job. You're going to play football, you're going to play basketball, badminton, or any game. Are you going to be focused on what the umpire or the referee is doing? No. Your job is to win your game. So focus on your job and do the job properly. I hope I'm not being too aggressive. It's the reality. Focus on your job and do your job. So how can you do that? You can probably do commentary driving. By commentary driving, you are training your brain to focus on the job, the task ahead, and only that task ahead. Okay. So commentary driving is a great way to remove some of those ideas or worrying about the examiner tapping the screen or have I made a mistake and all kind of thing. None of your business. Even if they're tapping the screen, recording mistakes, it's none of your business. Focus on your job and carry on. If you're playing football or you're playing in a game, you make a mistake, you get a yellow card. Would you concentrate on the mistake? So let's take football for example. They pass the ball to you, you're a striker, you're supposed to score a goal, but you're focusing on, you've just had a yellow card, so you're not going to hit the ball into the net, and therefore you're not going to focus on scoring a goal, but you'll be focusing on the mistake you made. You'll be you letting the team down. You get the point. So whether the examiner is tapping their screen or not is none of your business. Focus on the job at hand. That is, drive safely until they come back to the test center and be told it's a pass or it's a fail. Okay. Now, the examiner sitting next to you, you've got to try your best to view them as a passenger or blank them completely. What do I mean by that? Blank them means don't worry about what the examiner is doing. Listen to the instruction they give you, and definitely your driving instructor would have helped you to turn left, to turn right, emerge from the road to your right, emerge from the road to your left, roundabout, first exit, second exit, third exit, meeting oncoming traffic. Your driving instructor would have helped you throughout that, and they are confident you are ready for your test. That's why they brought you. So just focus on how to do the job properly. If they ask you to turn left, what do? You check the interior mirror, your left wing mirror, signal of your, so mirror first, the signal, position nicely using the MSPSL routine, and turn. That's your job. Just do the job. Whether the examiner is touching the screen or not is none of your business. Don't focus on what the examiner is doing. None of your business. Don't focus on that at all. It's none of your business. Focus on your business. That is the job you are supposed to do. Okay? Now, even you're driving a test, if you make a mistake and you know you've made a mistake, let's assume you think it's a serious mistake. That is fine. But here is the point. Do not focus on the mistake you've made and then that affects you throughout your drive. It is inevitable. You focus on what just happened, it's a mistake you've made, and you see the examiner tapping the screen, and you start focusing, thinking, oh, what did I do? How did I do that right? Oh, I think I failed. All the negative thoughts, we call them ants, automatic negative thoughts. When you keep thinking of those mistakes throughout your drive, it's guaranteed you fail, 100%. But when you refuse to focus on the mistakes that just happened, you will win the game. Possibly you will win the game. I would say possibly, because what you think is a fail may not be a fail to the examiner. To other examiners, it could be. But if you focus on the mistakes, it's 100%, 1,000,000%, you will make more mistakes, because your focus is divided, it's not centered, and therefore you are going to be making more mistakes, and your driving will be a disaster. You come back and the examiner will tell you, I'm so sorry, you failed. Okay, so I want to illustrate this by saying that, assuming you're in a car and you are driving, okay, but then rather than looking forward, you're looking at the interior mirror, only the interior mirror, and not look at your peripheral vision where you are going. What do you think is going to happen? Well, you know the answer. You will crash into something, you kill somebody, or something bad will happen. Absolutely. So do not focus on your rear view mirror when you are driving. Absolutely, you don't do that. But we subconsciously do that when we make mistakes on our driving test, and then it's a disaster. So when you make a mistake, draw a line under it, put a big red cross under it, and then shred it, mentally shred it, and then tell yourself, from here on I am going to drive safely. And I'm telling you, most driving instructors will tell you that some of their students will come back from the test center, from their driving test, and say, oh, I thought I failed, but it has been passed. Because you realize you made a mistake, you say, you know what, I'm going to forget about it, I'm going to concentrate, and I'm going to drive well from now on. That's what you do. About the football analogy, if you just made a mistake, you got a yellow card, then you are playing football, and then you get your teammate pass a football to you. As a striker, your job is to put the ball in the back of the net. Then you say, oh, by the way, I made a mistake, I got a yellow card, I'm thinking of that. What is going to happen? You will lose the game. Somebody will take the ball away from you, and it'll be a disaster. So do not focus on the mistake that just happened. Draw a line under it, put an X into it, shred it, and say, I am going to drive well from here. There are some students who said, I've made a mistake, I know I have failed, and therefore I don't care how I drive. That is ridiculous thinking. You make a mistake, you're going to have an accident, you're going to kill yourself and other people. We don't want to do that. The examiner's life is at risk. Your life is at risk. And the public is at risk. Our job is to drive well, so well that we put no one under physical, emotional, or other means. We want to drive safely, taking into consideration respect to other road users until we get back. Safety is number one priority. So if you said, oh, I've made a mistake, I know I've failed, and therefore I'm going to drive, I don't care how I drive, it is ridiculous thinking. Do not think like that. It's very, very bad. You see, you're putting your life at risk, that of the examiner and the public. We don't need that. Safety is number one priority. So many instructors will also tell you, as I said, one of my students, thought he failed, but even the examiner didn't mention what he thought he failed on in a debrief. So sometimes we kind of come up with ideas and things that we think are the reason why we are failing, but may not necessarily be the case. So focus on your job. That is, just drive very well within 35 to 45 minutes and just come back safely to the test center. That's your job. Don't worry about what the examiner is doing. None of your business. Your business is to focus on the job at hand and then deliver and do it very well. I can go on a few more things, but what I will do, I will put other topics, make videos on other topics, and then discuss that gradually to help all my students and other people or anyone who is going to benefit from this series about becoming or passing your driving test, so that you can benefit from these videos. But remember, you're not there to make a friend with the examiner. The examiner is not there to make friends with you. They are there to referee your driving. So focus on the job ahead. Remove those automatic negative thoughts, ants we call them. Focus on your job, just do your job. Your job is to drive safely on the day. Implement all the things that your driving instructor taught you. Implement them correctly. You will come back victorious. I hope to see you again in our next video. In the meantime, if you feel like you want to subscribe to this channel, please do. It will really help me create more content for you. Until next time, drive safe. Be a safe driver, not just for your test, but for the rest of your life. Thank you.